Vietnam's economy has been growing at around 6 to 8% annually in recent years. Skyscrapers are rising in Ho Chi Minh City. Digital payments are everywhere. Startups are booming. Foreign investment is pouring in. This is one of Asia's fastest growing economies. So why are families still hiding wealth in gold bars? Not ETFs, not index funds, not high-yield savings accounts. Physical vàng. 24 karat, 9,999, solid metal. In a country racing toward modernization, why does so much long-term wealth still sit inside wardrobes? The answer isn't superstition, it's memory. I'm John, a Vietnamese American living here full-time. And when I first moved back, I honestly thought the gold obsession was exaggerated. Vietnam felt modern. Bank apps, QR codes, contactless payments everywhere. Then I went to a wedding. At Vietnamese weddings, guests give envelopes of cash, stacks of them. It can easily total 200 million to 300 million Vietnamese dong, which is about $8,000 to $12,000. I assumed that money would go straight into a bank account. Instead, the next morning, I watched a family member walk into a jewelry shop. Not to buy jewelry, to convert wedding cash into gold bars. Not all of it, but enough to matter. I asked why. The answer was calm. Cash is for spending. Gold is for keeping. That sentence is not emotional. It's strategic. But strategic against what? To understand gold in Vietnam, you have to go back to the late 1970s and 1980s. After reunification, Vietnam experienced severe economic instability. Inflation surged beyond 300% during certain periods. That means something costing 1,000 Vietnamese dong could cost 4,000 Vietnamese dong within a year. Then came currency reforms. Old notes invalidated, new notes issued, savings diluted overnight. Imagine working for 10 years, saving carefully, then discovering your purchasing power has collapsed. Now imagine that happening more than once in your lifetime. For many Vietnamese families, this wasn't abstract economic theory. It was lived experience. And when something happens twice, it stops being a surprise. It becomes probability. If paper money can evaporate, you store value in something that cannot be printed. Gold doesn't depend on central bank policy. It doesn't depend on a functioning banking system. It doesn't get redenominated. It doesn't require permission to access. It just exists. That permanence matters in a country that has experienced resets. But here's the key. Vietnam today is not the Vietnam of the 1980s. Banks are stronger. Regulation is modern. GDP growth is consistent. So why hasn't the gold habit disappeared? Because economic trauma imprints slower than economic recovery. Walk through District 1 in Ho Chi Minh City. Glass towers, luxury malls, international banks. Vietnam's middle class is expanding rapidly. Millions have entered the consumer economy in the last 20 years. And yet, Vietnam remains one of the top gold-consuming countries in the world. That's the contradiction. Modern economy, traditional asset. But when you zoom out, it's not contradictory. It's layered. Vietnamese households use banks. They use digital payments. They take mortgages. But they hedge. Banks are for liquidity. Gold is for certainty. This is not distrust. It's redundancy. If one system fails, you have another. Vietnamese families are allocating too, just with metal instead of mutual funds. And that mindset isn't backward. It's defensive optimization. There's a deeper psychological difference here. A bank account is permission-based wealth. You rely on institutional stability, regulatory protection, technology. Gold is possession-based wealth. If you physically hold it, no one can freeze it. No one can convert it. No one can dilute it. For a country shaped by colonial rule, War, embargo, collectivization, and economic reset, dependency feels risky. So families built layered security: cash for daily life, bank for transactions, gold for protection. This layered thinking explains why gold persists even when growth accelerates. Because growth reduces probability of collapse. It doesn't eliminate it. And when your historical experience includes systemic resets, you optimize for tail risk, not average outcomes. Vietnam today is stable. Banking systems are regulated. The economy is integrated into global trade. So is gold hoarding irrational now? Not necessarily. Insurance always looks irrational until something breaks. You buy fire insurance hoping your house never burns. You hold gold hoping the system never fails. But if your grandparents watched savings evaporate, if your parents saw currency reforms wipe out value, that caution transfers through advice, through habit, through subtle behavior. Buy land. Buy gold. Don't rely only on paper. It's not anti-bank. It's anti-fragility. And anti-fragility is logical in volatile systems. Vietnam's gold culture is not about rejecting modern finance. It's about remembering what happened before modern finance stabilized. In Vietnam, things don't get replaced. They get added. Skyscrapers rise, but the gold shop downstairs stays busy. QR codes are everywhere. Bank apps, contactless payments. But the next morning after a wedding, someone is standing at a jewelry counter, sliding stacks of cash across the glass, and walking out with something small, heavy, and sealed in plastic. Modern growth didn't erase older instincts. It just built on top of them. If your grandparents watched savings evaporate, you don't fully trust paper, even if today feels stable. So families don't choose between systems. They stack them. Use the bank. Use the apps. Invest in business. And quietly keep something that doesn't depend on any of it. And that layered thinking doesn't stop at money. Even in conversation, before you say I or you pause. You calculate age, status, relationship. There's always a layer underneath. Vietnam isn't contradictory. It's cautious. Growth on the outside, memory underneath. And once you see that, gold bars in a modern apartment don't look old-fashioned anymore. They look deliberate. Next episode, we break down why you can't simply say I or you in Vietnamese, and what that reveals about how hierarchy really works here. Subscribe if you want to keep decoding Vietnam beneath the surface.